G'day everyone, it's your boy Jordan CS No here, and welcome to another cringy ass video on the dark web. And today, as per usual, we're looking at more of why God has abandoned humanity. I mean, we're looking at more PlayStation fanboy videos, because, I don't know, this is what I do with my free time. I need hobbies. Anyway, today's video, or this week's video, or even this month's video, I really can't even pin down my own upload schedule anymore, comes from a channel by the name of TheStarkz. And he has made this absolute banger of a video titled Uncharted 4 leaked for release on PC. Bad move PlayStation. And before you guys go to me, oh but Jordan, this video is like a month old, no one cares anymore. I know that, I just want to make another video. But you're probably wondering, what do you get from this? Well, you get to see me make fun of this video, which you didn't get to see before. Anyway, that's about it for the intro. Let's just get straight into the video.
How's it going, everybody? My name is TheStarkz, and welcome to a brand new PlayStation video. Today, I've got some interestingly heavy and upsetting news to me at least.
Oh no, Sony is releasing a game on another platform. How tragic. Oh no, whatever shall I do except go on with my life normally? This is the saddest day of my life. Yeah, shut the fuck up. This is about video games. I really don't understand why fanboys care about games going to other platforms. Like, I really don't understand the kind of logic that they have that they'd actually be upset that more people get to play a game. But then again, I guess my IQ score is above 40, so...
And that is, Sony seemingly leaks Uncharted 4 to be a PC port. Now, I'm going to read off this article from GamesRadar.com, and it states that, at long last, it seems an Uncharted 4 port is on the way. That's according to a presentation via PC Gamer Sony published for its Investor Relations Day today, in which one of the slides clearly lists Uncharted 4 as one of the company's planned PC releases. Sony has been open in the past about wanting to bring more of its IPs to PC, supporting one of the PlayStation 4's most popular games from a first-party studio seems like a no-brainer. According to a semi-recent leak, the next PlayStation exclusive in line for PC ports include God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Bloodborne, and the Uncharted collection.
I mean, yeah, pretty much is a no-brainer. Like, Sony can make a fuck ton of money putting their games on PC. They know that their games sell well on PC. Like, they've seen it before with games like Persona 4 Golden, Horizon, Death Stranding. They know that their games are gonna make them heaps of money. Especially games that I know for a fact that lots of PC gamers actually want to play, like God of War and Ghost of Tsushima.
In case you're curious, none of the other Uncharted games have been confirmed for PC release, so it would seem Sony is paving the way for PC players to start the series with the most recent game.
The article says the Uncharted collection, which I'm pretty sure that implies that they're releasing all the Uncharted games. I mean, maybe they're starting with Uncharted 4 releasing, but it kind of makes sense since it's the latest one. I mean, I know that there are people that would probably just skip every game except for the latest one. I know that I'd probably do that considering it would probably come down to me only having enough money to buy one Uncharted game, and, you know, I'm probably gonna buy the latest one.
So I just want to get into this and like just straight away, because this is crazy news, crazy to me at least, because this is Uncharted. This, you know, is a really beloved series.
I'm just gonna skip this part here because he just says like, oh my god, this is Uncharted, yada yada yada. It's pretty pointless overall. I mean, it kind of reminds me of how at the start of like Crap Gamers videos, he always like rambles on aimlessly as to draw out the runtime of the video.
I just want to get into why I think this is bad. I think that this recent onslaught of destruction that Sony has been perpetuating in their Californian headquarters, and all these executives are really showcasing this display of greediness.
I mean, dude, they're a company. Their entire purpose is to make money. But if you ask me, I think it's greedier to make people spend $300 on an entirely different system to play a couple games. You know, basically the whole exclusives thing, rather than making it available on more platforms so that people can play it for a more affordable price. Or in summary, they can play it on the current system that they have, rather than, you know, buying another system. Unless their system's an Xbox, in which case they can get fucked.
And money-hungry ideologies and methods that they seem to have for this new business model, and I don't agree with it whatsoever. And before I get a lot of hate comments and people responding with like, oh, you're a fanboy, cut the buzzword crap, because let's be real here. It's not a fanboy to disagree with what a company that I've been a consumer for the last for a long time now. It's not a fanboy of me to disagree with what they're doing.
No, dude, you're a fucking fanboy, okay? I mean, at very least, you are making fanboy arguments, because you realize the types of people that make these arguments are fanboys. Not to mention, exclusivity is something that really only fanboys would care about. Because this entire discussion really just comes down to, do you want more people to be able to play this game? Yes or no? Yes means that you support this decision by Sony. No means you don't. Just gonna say though, I love how these Sony fanboys will literally defend anything Sony does, as long as it doesn't contradict their 20-page essays on Reddit about why PlayStation is better than Xbox.
To disagree with their business model and to disagree with them putting a game like Uncharted 4 for the PC market. And you can have a disagreement with me.
Okay, I disagree with you. Uncharted should be available on PC, and I also disagree with you on the fact that you aren't a fanboy, because I clearly think that you are. I mean, I just kind of love his arguing here, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I'm not a fanboy, but, I mean, I'll be real with you, like, he's obviously not a fanboy to the extent that, like, somebody like JTech is. I mean, to be as much of a fanboy as JTech, you gotta try really hard to get on that level.
But don't call me insane, mental illness, and a fanboy for having this opinion.
You're an insane mental illness fanboy for having this opinion. What the fuck?
I think it's an honest opinion, and that is I don't think that Sony's making the right call here. I think it's very greedy of them, and I think it's obviously money driven.
So is them gatekeeping games to PlayStation. That was a money driven decision. I mean, yes, so is this decision. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act as if Sony are doing this out of the kindness of their heart. If it made them more money to keep their games on PlayStation, they'd keep their games on PlayStation. But it doesn't.
And that's cool. Yeah, it's a corporation. I get it. It's a company. They need to make money. I understand. Well, they don't need to. They've garnered billions of dollars since the inception of PlayStation back in the 90s, okay? Like,
yeah, we know that they don't need more money. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna want more money. Like, what, do you think they just make $1 billion and then just go, alright, that's it, we've made $1 billion, let's just shut down the entire company? I understand that they're probably making enough money as it is, but if they have the opportunity to make more money, do you think they're not going to take it? Like, dude, if you're in the same situation as Sony, and you had the same opportunity to make more money, you would have to be a fucking idiot to just not take this opportunity. Like, what company wouldn't take an opportunity to make more money?
They've have so much money and have made so much money, and for them to kind of take this approach, which, I mean, obviously Xbox, a lot of the quote unquote exclusive Xbox games go on PC. I mean, it's owned by the same company, Microsoft, so that's understandable. But for Sony to take this very odd switch approach really shows them trying to compete with Xbox.
Well, yeah, no shit. I wonder what gave that away. Is it the fact that Xbox is their direct competition? Like, dude, Xbox have been doing this for years, and it's worked for them. It's helped them get more game sales. Like, putting their games on PC has made them heaps of money. I mean, this is pretty much just Sony realizing now that they could have put their games on PC this whole time and been making more money.
And maybe that's because it's a business model that works for Xbox. Will this work for Sony? Who knows?
I know. It will. Sony know that this works. Like, it worked with Persona 3, Death Stranding, and Horizon. I mean, the only game that really didn't do too well was probably Days Gone. That's 3 out of 4 successes, plus no one on PC really wanted Days Gone.
I'm using my PC to record this video right now. It's a PC that I built. I play PC games.
That doesn't really prove anything. Like, you can still be a PlayStation fanboy and own a gaming PC. All I'm gonna say is these arguments are pretty fucking stupid. No wonder he privated the likes and dislikes.
But I'm a fan of video games, period. Like, I'm not a Sony pony. I haven't been on my PlayStation 4 in over a week.
Oh my god, wait, you haven't been on your PlayStation 4 in over a week? Oh my god, congratulations, congratulations. Here, have this medal, congratulations, nobody gives a shit. Hey, is anyone gonna give me a medal because I haven't played a single video game in 4 days?
So I find it interesting that once you have like a deferring opinion from this like mass majority, you're titled a pony and a fanboy, a Sony pony.
That's because the kind of arguments and points you are making also happen to commonly be used by Sony fanboys. Plus, the kind of logic you're using is fanboy logic.
You have a mental illness for having an opinion against what this big I don't think it's multi-billion, but multi-million for sure.
I mean, I don't think that you have a mental illness. I think you're just kind of dumb. I mean, I just kind of fail to see the kind of logic that leads to making this video. I mean, especially since the arguments you've presented so far have been pretty weak at best.
It's not wrong to have this opinion.
I mean, dude, you don't really have any good points defending your position. You've kind of just said, oh, I think this is a very money-hungry decision, that's it. While this guy probably pays for PlayStation Plus.
I don't disagree with people being able to play video games.
You realize that sentence just contradicts everything you've said in this video, because ultimately by these games staying exclusive, less people will be able to play them. Why? Because not everyone has $300 lying around to just throw away on a gaming console so they can play like 2 or 3 games.
I don't disagree with more people being able to enjoy video games. I know this one Twitter user, I forget his name, he's irrelevant to me, but hey, irrelevant. He said how, oh, you know, let us enjoy what we want to enjoy. I want to play God of War, I want to play Uncharted 4, I want to play all these different games on PC. Good for you, brother. And I disagree. I disagree with Sony taking that singular business approach by saying, hey, you want to get more money? This is the way to do it.
I really don't understand what's to disagree with here. Everybody wins in this situation. Like, the people who want the game get the game, and Sony gets more money. I love how when Sony legitimately fucks over their customers, fanboys will just jump to their defense. But as soon as Sony does something, like, you know, releasing their games on another platform, they'll lose their shit and start making videos like this and start ranting on Twitter. And the main reason for that is because I don't think PlayStation fanboys really see these games as an entertainment medium. They instead see these games as talking points. So whenever they quote-unquote lose an exclusive, what they're actually losing is just a talking point. Because now they can no longer brag about that game being an exclusive.
I know there's this concept, this interesting ideology where more PC gamers get these games, the more interested they're going to be to buy this PlayStation hardware. Yeah, I'm sure there definitely will be.
No, the reason Sony are doing this isn't because they want more people to buy a PlayStation. In fact, it's actually because they want less people to buy a PlayStation. You see, pretty common knowledge here, but Sony actually sell their PlayStation consoles at a loss, which means that if someone buys a PlayStation just to play like one game, Sony effectively loses money. Especially if the PlayStation's a secondary console, which pretty much means that, you know, they're not gonna buy, like, PlayStation Plus. So essentially, the only thing Sony makes money off of is games. So they pretty much realize that by selling their games on PC, they can effectively take out the initial loss of money from the purchase of the PlayStation. Which essentially means that the only people who will buy PlayStations are people that will use it as their main console, aka people who will actually buy PlayStation Plus.
But will that be a business approach that, you know, that works for Sony down the line? Probably not. I honestly don't think so. Like, why would me, a PC gamer who's loved this PC market, I love all the games that I get, I'm now being sent all these exclusive great PlayStation games, why would I go out of my way to buy hardware for the PlayStation or for Sony? That doesn't really make any sense.
Dude, that's because you're not supposed to buy their hardware, dumb fuck. The whole point is so that you don't. Like, what synapses are misfiring in their brain to make them jump to these conclusions? Like, how are all these fanboys just this dumb? Because I could guarantee that half the fanboys we've discussed on this channel probably wouldn't be above like 60 IQ.
This just gives people another narrative to devalue the PlayStation title, to say that it's not as good as they say. It's not as good as.
Why do you care so much about the PlayStation title? Oh, that's right, you're a fanboy. How silly of me, I forgot. I mean, seriously, only fanboys would care this much about the PlayStation title.
As if it were running on a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Like, this is clearly a horrible, like, I'm laughing, and I find this funny because I can't believe Sony is actually putting Uncharted 4 on a PC, or planning on. I mean, this is just a leak.
Dude, it's funny how triggered this guy's getting. Like, you can practically taste the salt from here. Like, there is more salt in this video than in the fucking ocean. Like, dude, this guy's got so much salt that he's about to die of dehydration. Like, dude, calm down. This is about video games. Drink some fucking water.
Who knows? It might work in their favor, right? But I'm not mad. I'm not upset.
Not convinced.
I'm disappointed. Sure, I'm not a Sony pony. Like I said, I haven't been on my PlayStation 4 in over a week.
Dude, you're a fucking Sony fanboy. Just own it, dude. We all know, okay? Only a Sony fanboy would care about the PlayStation title. Like, dude, the fact that you haven't been on your PlayStation in a week doesn't mean anything. Like, I haven't played a single game on my PC in 4 days, but I could guarantee that this guy would probably call me a PC fanboy if he saw this video.
The games that I play were made for PC. It's different when they're crossplay. And they are developed for multi-platforms. But Uncharted 4 wasn't developed for multi-platform. Sure, it can be played as a multi-platform, but it was marketed as an exclusive first-party PlayStation video game. And for Sony to take this 360 and spin that narrative and say, hey, well, screw that, what we said 5 years ago, let's put this on PC for everybody to play.
Dude, that's fucking stupid. You're basically just saying that Sony aren't allowed to change their mind. Like, I'd understand your frustration if they said, like, oh, it's exclusive, but then, like, 2 days later said, yeah, you know what, it's not exclusive anymore. But the game released over 5 years ago. Genuinely, no one gives a shit.
And it's not a matter of people not being able to experience these video games. I would love people to experience Uncharted 4 if they were to buy a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and Uncharted 4 on that console, on that respective console.
Yes, because everyone just has $300 lying around to spend on a PlayStation 4. Come on, man. This is so fucking stupid. Like, honestly, why do you care whether or not someone buys a PlayStation 4? You see, this is why people say you're a fanboy. Because only fanboys would actually care what system someone plays a video game on.
I'm extremely interested to hear what you guys all think about Uncharted 4 releasing on PC. Do you agree with it?
If you couldn't tell from the rest of this video, yes I do.
Do you own Uncharted 4 or PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4? Are you on the PC like I am, recording this video right now for you? I try to keep it civil. Also, any comments saying that I'm a fanboy and all these, like, anything rude, I'm just gonna block.
Pussy.
I'm just gonna delete and ban and block.
Remember, boys, it's as the Puss Boy Bible says: if you can't beat 'em, block 'em.
I don't have the time to entertain these kind of discussions. I want civil discourse, right? Like, we can have a disagreement, but it has to be civil. Of course, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And with that being said, I've been TheStarkz.
Well, that's the end of that. I think I'm definitely going to like and subscribe. Anyway, boys, that's the end of this video. Sorry that it was pretty long, like my dick. But, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe, turn on notifications to keep you updated with whenever I rarely upload. Please don't send any hate over to TheStarkz. It's really unneeded. And with that being said, that's all for today. So until the next video in like 38 years, Piss off.
Maybe I've been wasting time, my state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head, feeling down but never out, I'm hanging by a thread. I'm wasting time, my state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head.